Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is a play that is based on the 1967 movie that starred Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy and Sidney Poitier.
I was really excited when I heard Possum was going to be putting on this show. I've loved this movie since I was a kid, and I was a kid when it first came out.
People are familiar with the themes of racial harmony in the show, but what was surprising to me was to find out that in addition, there's also a theme about, are we really who we say we are?
I'm Tilly, the maid, and I'm a black maid, and I am not happy at all with this man invading into our lives.
And the time that it was produced, it was groundbreaking and it was controversial because it was the first time that American audiences saw on the big screen an interracial relationship.
Even though it's based in the 1960s, and it's absolutely still relevant today about race relations, the state of this country, sometimes I think we're even farther away than we used to be.
We have a family that supposedly is very liberal, and all of a sudden they're faced with their liberalness and they have to decide, is this who we really are? Or have we been presenting ourselves incorrectly all along?
The show is centered around the 60s, and it's about a family who raised their daughter to be quite liberal, to believe that everybody's the same. And so when she goes out in the real world, she meets a colored man, as they called him, a black man. And she brings him home as her fiance, and she has this great news for her parents that I met this man, he's a doctor, and we're engaged to be married in a few weeks. And the shock that she brings to the family when she gets home, she's shocked that they're shocked.
Bringing home a man of color, an African-American man, was just not socially acceptable, but they're determined, they're in love, and it talks about the healing power of love, how it has a way of, transcending family dynamics, old narratives within society, and bringing people together when it should have been tearing them apart, because they are determined to be together. And it's actually a beautiful story.
Even though we are quite liberal, it really does test our beliefs and sort of hits the family like a bomb going off.
All of the characters, black and white, in this show have to deal with hard truths about themselves and their biases. And it's a show that perhaps maybe the audience will have to reflect too about how they think in this supposedly post-racial world.
I think it calls for some soul searching and some deep thought, and maybe that's something that the viewer, the audience member, will be left with. Am I really who I say I am? And make someone think.
Our very energetic and optimistic daughter also invites her fiance's parents to come over and become acquainted. And so lots of drama ensues. They have some issues also with the situation. Lots of drama ensues and lots of funny moments.
Eventually, the family begins to accept Dr. Prentice, who is the black doctor.
Despite the difficult conflicts that we deal with in the show, it's a really upbeat show. It's full of humor, it's full of love, it's full of empathy, it's very topical.
So I'm kind of hoping that this play pricks the hearts of the people in the audience to the realization that, you know what, let's just all get along. This is life. Let's love one another regardless of whatever race you are. Let people live, let people love who they want to love, and we'll be a happier world.
It's going to be an amazing production. I'm super excited, and I feel honored to be a part of this cast.
I hope that you might be the one who comes to dinner with us, and I hope that you'll come and join us for this really poignant and yet entertaining production.